My name's Danniella. I'm a goldsmith and I specialise in hand fabricating jewellery and sculpture with a botanical theme. My typical day starts by making a coffee, sitting down on my laptop, replying to emails, sorting out my postage labels for my orders that day, and doing some admin stuff first thing in the morning before I then come into my workshop to work on the commissions in the afternoon. Before I started working for myself, I was actually working on the benches for an independent jewellery shop, and we didn't have any extraction there. We didn't even have a window in the workshop. And whenever I'd do a melt job there, I'd melt down the customer's gold and then I'd have to go and stand outside for at least 10 minutes or so, just because the air was so full of fumes and it wasn't a nice environment to be in. I was waking up in the mornings and I'd always have a sore throat, and I didn't realise, because it just became the norm, I didn't realise it was because of all the dust and the fumes and everything that I was breathing in all day every day. So when I decided to leave that employment and just work for myself and build up my own workshop, the first thing that I thought was, I'm not doing this unless I've got good extraction. I actually did a lot of research into different extraction systems before I decided to go with the Vodex Jewelxtract. And for me personally, because I was just setting up my workshop, I didn't want to be spending out tons, but also I didn't want to compromise on the quality. And the way that my workshop's set up is that I do all of my bench work on one side of the room, and then I have a soldering station on the other side of the room, which are not next to each other. This is because I work on a lot of sculptures and things. I wanted more space to be able to do the soldering and annealing and things with a bigger torch without affecting my actual bench peg and things. So I wanted a machine where I could use, it would do both dust and fumes, but I had a bit of an issue where I couldn't have the machine in the middle of the room because I'd just be walking over it the whole time. And I found out that the Jewelxtract actually has wheels on the bottom, and so what I do is I have one cable plugged in on the one side of my room where my bench is and where I do all my hand polishing, things like that, and then I have another cable permanently plugged in over with my soldering station, and I literally just wheel the machine back and forth and just clip in. I have my arms pre-attached into my bench and I just connect it to the unit on either side of the room, and that works really well for me because it's just me in here just working on my own. It's not that I have a big workshop where I have to have multiple units in different places so multiple people can be working on the same thing at once. I've been using my Jewelxtract for over 2 years now, and I've really noticed a difference, both in the cleanliness of my workspace in general, just all the dust, it doesn't settle all over everywhere anymore, and also I don't wake up with a sore throat anymore. That had become a norm for me for a couple of years while I was working in the place without extraction, and now I don't have that. So I'm pretty sure it's due to the extraction unit, and I just feel I wake up more awake. I don't wake up feeling tired and sluggish anymore like I used to, and I actually enjoy working. I love being in my workshop. It's my favourite place to be. I understand why some people might be on the fence about spending out on extraction, but for me it's definitely worth it. You can't put a price on your house, to be completely honest, and I understand that it's a big expense, and buying a big piece of machinery usually makes you money, whereas this isn't a machine that's going to make your work any better, or it's not going to help you get more sales. However, it's going to help keep you healthier. It's going to stop you getting, sore throats and getting so many illnesses that are actually gonna stop you working and making money, or at least that's how I found it for me personally. And also I just feel happier being in a cleaner environment.